is hard work. And Jason, we can do it. We can do it together now. I drive once a quarter, where we can drive with the two of us. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the press conference of Volvo Trucks North America at the ATA. This is a lustrum for me. I mean, I started my American career here actually exactly 5 years ago. This was the first thing I have to do, so I'm super happy to be here again with all of you. And we had a speech earlier today where they said in Texas is everything bigger, and indeed the crowd is getting bigger and bigger every year. So I really appreciate all the attention. And in the next coming 30 minutes, we're going to talk to you all about the following thing, and that is leading the shift. Leading the shift is our motto, but we started with accelerating the shift a couple of years ago. And now we're getting some traction on this acceleration of the shift. So now we are ready to lead the shift. And if I talk about the shift, I mean the shift towards a decarbonized transport system, ladies and gentlemen. A couple of years ago, it was in 2021 at Expo. I had the pleasure and the honor, by the way, to do a keynote there. And then we were talking about the climate and the issues that we have in the climate. Some of you then reported that Volvo rings the alarm bell on climate. And maybe that was actually a good way of saying it. I'm not really sure I was talking about the alarm bell, but I mean something is going on, and it is not easing down on the climate. We do have a problem, and therefore we need that shift towards a decarbonized transport system. And in order to get there, we need to invest. We need to invest, and we need to challenge the status quo. We need to challenge how we do business. We need to challenge how we build trucks. We need to challenge how we do transport. And challenging the status quo, that is what we do within Volvo Trucks. We are an innovative company. We invest a lot in R&D. We invest a lot in new technology. And by the way, as you saw earlier, right, the I-shift is to make life for people like Jason a lot easier. But you have to live it. You have to learn it the old-fashioned way. I really appreciate that very much. So challenging the status quo, doing everything we can in order to stay ahead in R&D and technology. We're an innovative company. Ladies and gentlemen, here to my right, we have the Volvo Trucks Super Truck number 2, exceeding freight efficiency goals. But what it is a public-private partnership with the Department of Energy. And the Department of Energy asked us to make a truck that increases freight efficiency. That's gallons per ton mile. Ton mile per gallon, thank you very much. Great team, by the way, we have here. Increase that with 100%. And we did that by pushing the limits in innovation, by creatively looking at problem solving, and finally then accelerate the development of all the, by the way, they said I need glasses, but I apologize for that. Accelerate the development of advanced efficiency technologies. And so we did this in 2017. Then we delayed a little bit because of the whole Corona thing. And now we are very happy to show you that Super Truck number 2 has exceeded the efficiency goals. We said the question was 100%. We set a goal for ourselves for 120%. But this truck, ladies and gentlemen, has improved freight efficiency with 134%. That is a lot, right? I mean, a little applause for the engineers that did that. This is fantastic. And it's not a truck that you can buy, by the way. It's also not a concept truck. This is a laboratory on wheels. It's an innovation hub that drives around. And the way we measured the freight efficiency was, by the way, not on a test rig. It was not on a very flat highway. It was a normal highway, normal weather, normal loads, like real trucks do it. I'm extremely passionate about this because, in all fairness, this is one of the reasons that I like to work for Volvo, where we have always a little bit that ahead in technology, always trying to challenge and always to be a little bit better. In 2019, we announced an investment of $400 million in our production facility in the River Valley. We have done a lot of things in the factory itself, new production technologies. Don't move your hand. New production technologies, capacity, etc. But what we also did was we extended our demonstration track. So we have a track that is about 3 miles long. It has a 1 mile straight road, which basically means that you can drive the trucks now at full speed. Then you go up with 7%, we go down with 7%. We have a whole series of S-curves, which then shows the engine brake, but it also shows the excellent capabilities of vehicle dynamic steering. We're very excited about this because this will allow us to get our customers and you into the customer center and work with our products, see what that helps in increasing customers' productivity, but also what it does for safety. In this concept, there's a lot of new safety. And as I said, this is not what we're going to produce. We're going to learn from this. But pretty soon, some of the technologies and some of the results that we found in this truck, you will find back in our production trucks. Investing, and I'm going to talk a lot about investing, by the way, because we are in an era, ladies and gentlemen, where we have to invest ourselves out of the problems that we have caused over many, many decades. So we're investing in trucks. We're investing in the dealer network. We're investing in our customer center and our factory. But our dealers invest as well. And I would say that today, and if you look at what they've done in the last 10 years, right, $790 million. $790 million has been invested by our dealers in the last 10 years in about 135 locations. 200 million of that was for new locations. We have a denser network. We have an extremely modern network. It doesn't look like a normal dealership anymore. These look like department stores. And there is care for detail, and there is care for people. And I'm super proud of this. And I think that the dealer network that we have today is not on par. It is far. If you play golf, it's below par is better than above par, right? So below par. It's very, very good. It is very. I would say we are now one of the best dealer networks in the country, in North America. And here then you see a couple of them. You see Fontana in California. You see Vision in Mississauga. We have Vanguard in Houston and M&K in Romulus. Very, very nice stores, very good stores, and also stores where people like to work. We have less problems than the competition with getting technicians because of this excellent setup. So we're investing in the dealer network. The dealers are investing with us. We're also investing in connectivity. Today, this truck, that truck, and all the other 175,000 trucks, I will come back to that on the roads, are almost, call it iPhones on wheels. I mean, you can, it's not just only driving it anymore. The truck talks to you, and the truck talks to us. But you see there that little thing in the middle, that's our uptime center. All the trucks talk to our uptime center. And as I said, it's 170,000 connected trucks across North America. We learn a lot from that, but not only we learn a lot from that, our customers learn a lot from that. And this environment gives us the opportunity to continuously expand our suite of offerings. And if we give a couple of examples then, like we do over-the-air remote diagnostics, that increases unplanned downtime. Decreases unplanned downtime. Remote programming is the other way around. Then you get better uptime because you have less planned downtime. So it's more trucks on the road. We do connected vehicle analytics. And this is what I'm very excited about as well. We have a Volvo Blue service contract. It basically means that at the start of the journey together, we will come up with a contract where we say, okay, listen, it's a preventive maintenance contract. You need to come into the shop then and then and then. And whilst driving, we can adapt that because we talk to the truck. It's a dynamic contract. All of that basically focused upon increasing uptime for our customers, increasing the bottom line result and the productivity and the competitiveness of our customers. This is a big thing. This platform is a big thing. We call that Volvo Connect. And what I'm going to do, because it's such a big thing, we're going to invite Magnus Gustafsson, who is the Vice President of Connected Solutions, here to the stage to talk a little bit more. Magnus, go.
Good afternoon. I am extremely excited and proud today to announce Volvo Connect. Volvo Connect is a new comprehensive fleet management portal to access Volvo Trucks digital services and solutions. It's essentially a digital suite of services, state-of-the-art services and analytics and reporting. And we have co-developed this together with our customers to maximize the efficiency, the profitability, and ensuring trucks are operating at peak performance. As an example, through Volvo Connect, we can amplify the value of some of the services that Peter already mentioned. remote diagnostics, and remote programming. By visualizing actions customers are needing to take, we can ensure that they make the right decision fast to ensure uptime of their assets, and they have at their fingertips exactly what's needed. There's context around these events that you can very easily see through the Connect portal. But Volvo Connect is more than just that. Through an easy-to-use dashboard, customers can see a comprehensive view of their entire fleet and how it's performing. On top of the services I just mentioned, we are also adding additional reporting and analytics and insights into how trucks are performing to help customers with their fuel and safety management of their fleet. As an example, we have also seen through our pilots the value that we can bring by exposing truck parameter settings to customers. I'll give you an example. Many customers we ask them, okay, what's your road speed limit setting? What's the max pedal speed that you have? What's the max cruise setting that you have on your truck? And you get different answers. You may get 61 miles an hour, 55, it all depends, right, how you operate your vehicles. However, what we find is that while those may be what we think it is, when we viewed this and visualized this in the Connect platform, the customers see, oh, there's been a deviation. Something has changed to my truck, and now I can take action. Then, through our remote services, remote programming service, we can very easily, customer can ask our uptime center, I want to change this. I need it to be 65 across my entire fleet. Through our remote update capabilities, we can simplify the operations for our customers by leveraging the connectivity of our entire Volvo Trucks portfolio. The best part, Volvo Connect will be included for 2 years at no charge on all model year 2025 Volvo Trucks. Customers will have the availability to purchase additional years of service, and we're also extending this to existing customers for 6 months free of charge. The one thing that I'm really proud of too is this is available today. It's not tomorrow, this is available today. We have customers on it, and we're getting this out in the market. I wanted to pivot real quick and come back to what Peter mentioned. We continue to roll out our service contracts through our dealer network. Just wanted to reemphasize the announcement that we made at TMC earlier this year. And again, our connected vehicle platform is the underpinning to ensuring that we collect and leverage the connected vehicle data to maximize the operation and the efficiency of the truck to dynamically manage and optimize maintenance schedules for our customers. So, as you can see, we are determined to lead the shift also in the connectivity space. Peter?
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, Magnus. Thank you very much. I'm super excited about this because this is relatively new in the US market as far as I know. I've seen service contracts kind of all over the world. Here it's kind of new, and we are actually leading with this. And the customers and the dealers that are working with this are very, very excited. There's a number that I normally don't like, ladies and gentlemen, that's the number 0. But in the last 10 years, I've started to appreciate the number 0 because that's where we are going. We're going towards 0 in the transport industry. 0 in zero emissions, but also 0 in zero accidents. Within Volvo Trucks, we have the goal to go to 0 accidents with Volvo Trucks globally. That's a bold objective, by the way. That's a bold objective. But we like bold objectives. We build bold products, we develop bold services, and we set bold objectives, and that's how we lead. Towards 0 in safety, 0 accidents, towards 0 in zero emissions. We are committed to cut our CO2 by 2030 with 50%. That's 35% for the group in total, but for Volvo Trucks globally, we want to go to 50% and 100% then in 2040. Now, We've been saying this for a while. We've been doing this for a while. I mean, the VNR Electric is not a new truck. That's a truck that we just got off the street. They're driving around. I'll give you a couple of numbers soon. But the question I get a lot from you all, but also from others, is, but how quickly will you get there? And we've seen all the discussions in the news and regulations, etc. And basically, there is the following equation. Because one thing must be very clear: the shift towards zero is not something we do on our own. It's not by producing products and services that we decarbonize the entire transport system, right? We need customers that buy these products as well and see then the need to go there. That's why we have customers that, for instance, sign up for the science-based targets. We need to have a total cost of ownership that it is economical to drive these products and these trucks. That means, and we all know that electric trucks for the moment are more expensive than the diesel trucks. So all the incentive programs that we have are really key in order to drive that implementation and to drive that speed. And I would, by the way, here ask them for all the regulators and all the government institutions, continue with the incentive program and increase the incentive program if we want to speed up. Then we need the infrastructure, and we all know that infrastructure is an issue. I have a little bit more news on that in a minute, but we need to charge, and that means that we need to have the charging infrastructure, but we also need to have all of the interoperability, right? The electricity needs to flow from A to B. Then we need to have clean energy, and finally, we need to have a supply network. Going into electric, going into zero emissions, going into decarbonizing the transport system is a lot of work, but we can do that. The thing is, we need to do it together. Within Volvo, we believe in the three parallel roads that I've shown to you before. It's battery electric, it's fuel cell electric, and it is combustion engine. And the combustion engine is renewable fuels, but for also hydrogen internal combustion engine. And where it comes to the product range, there we are ready. This is our complete electric range. Some of you, or most of you, have been in Sweden. I think you've driven the trucks. You've seen all the gap over trucks that we have. We have our own conventional setup here. So from a product range point of view, we're ready to go. And we have today, we have 6,000 trucks globally in 42 countries. 6,000 electric trucks are already driving around. And let me share this with you. It was already in the news, but I was very excited about it. Coca-Cola in Canada, Coca-Cola bottling in Canada, bought 6 VNR electrics in there, what we call them their iconic red fleets. And it was, I went there myself, and it was fantastic to see how Coca-Cola, and we see that with many other customers as well, how much we are aligned on our values, how much we are aligned on focusing on the climate, focusing on people, by the way, focusing on safety. And we were obviously very proud that our VNR electric is in the iconic red fleet, as we call it. We look a little bit at numbers then, right? We have 365, we have 365 trucks now on the road, 96 different customers, more than 2.5 million customer miles. It's not test miles, it's customer miles. We have the order board nicely filled for 2024, and then we work a lot, and I said that earlier, this is so important, ladies and gentlemen, these key funding projects. HFIP, Switchon, Grocer, Jetsy, Polar, that's the Port of Los Angeles that run their own programs as well. The Cereda in New York, Quebec zero emission vehicles. It is very, very encouraging to see all these projects that will help us to make that shift. As what we have said before, that's a notice that I need to hurry up, I guess. What I said before is that this is not just selling a truck. This is something you need to do together. And going into a decarbonized transport system requires a full offering. It's what we call the ecosystem. And we have a new offering since a couple of months now, and that is called the Turnkey Solutions Program, where we very specifically looked at full service electric vehicle infrastructure development. What kind of infrastructure do you need? How do you get it running? How do you get it switched on? How do you talk to your utility providers? But how do you make sure? Because sometimes we see now a situation where the trucks are ready, but then the infrastructure is not there yet, and that slows the whole implementation down. We're very excited with this new offering. Every press conference, I give you an update on our dealers and the ones that are that are electric certified. Last time we saw each other was at ACT, it was 36. Now it is 47 in 25 states. And you see now by the little green dots there that we are covering the entire country now. A couple of empty spots in the middle, we'll get there as well. But our dealer network is now there to provide the service on electric trucks, because let's face it, electric, diesel, hydrogen, these are rigs, these are assets that drive 96 to 99% of the time. You need a supporting service network for that. Right? It's great with the remote programming and all that, but at a certain, sometimes you also need to see the workshop. We have that, everybody is excited, everybody is trained to do this. What we said in earlier press conferences, we have a global platform to develop future solutions. And one of the things was then fuel cell electric. And there we got questions as well. Now, most of you that were in Sweden then were actually able to drive, or co-drive, so to speak. You're not allowed to drive yourself, but co-drive the fuel cell electric truck. It's there. We're testing it right now in cold Sweden, and we're testing it in very warm Spain. So this is also and you see here that we're moving on, we're going on, we are announcing something, we're developing it, and we're delivering upon it. All this, ladies and gentlemen, connectivity, beautiful new development in trucks, right? The electric trucks, the different energies that we have. All this, ladies and gentlemen, to basically deliver upon our mission to become the largest and sustainable truck brand in the world. And why? Because we do it for her, for this little girl that deserves to get a planet that is at least as good or as better as what we got. And thank you all very much.